Hi everyone, I'm Hasara Sanayaka. Welcome to my channel if you are new. If you're not new, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so in this video, we are going to talk about the victim mindset and how and why we should get rid of it. So, what is the victim mindset? The victim mindset is simply putting all the blame for a certain situation that you're in, or a certain problem that you have, or a certain unhappiness that you find in life on something that is external, on an external factor, which could be your circumstances, your environment, your upbringing, your school, your parents, the people around you, anything and anyone who is external and does not involve you. Okay? So, it's called the victim mindset because by putting the blame on all those external factors and just seeing that the circumstances or the people have wronged you and has caused you this disappointment, you are being the victim of the situation. Okay? So that's why it's called the victim mindset. Now, you might be thinking that sometimes the fault is actually in the external factors. I mean, sometimes it's not your fault. It could be your circumstances. It could be your family and upbringing. It could be your school. It could be your workplace. It could be their fault. And you might be disappointed. That's true. But why we have to get rid of this mindset is simply because the moment you give the blame, the responsibility to those external factors, what you're doing is you're taking away your power. You're giving the power to them, you're giving the control to them, you're giving away the control because now you're the victim and there's nothing you can do about it but just sit there and cry and dwell in the sadness and misery of being put down and just, being sad about life. And is that what we want? That's not what we want. We want to be happy. We want to be able to achieve our dreams. We want to be able to, do things that we want to do in life without just being unhappy all the time. So that's why it's important to get out of this victim mindset, right? So how do we get rid of the victim mindset? Simple to say, but it takes a little bit of practice and a little bit of thinking to do. So I'll just break it down into steps, okay? The first thing is to acknowledge your situation. So you acknowledge your problem and you analyze it and you see that it was caused by an external factor or whatever. So if it was your circumstances or your parents or your school or whatever it is, or your workplace, just acknowledge it, see it, that okay, so this is what's going on and this is how I feel about it. Okay, so just see it, acknowledge it, analyze it, and now you have a picture of it. Okay, step number 2, find a fault of yours and take responsibility regarding that situation. Okay, so once you finish analyzing the whole situation, find a place where you were at fault when it comes to that. So it could be like you not taking action, or you not, showing up as you wanted to in a certain situation, or you're not speaking up for yourself or something like that, something that was your fault. Because the reason I'm not asking you to always find fault in yourself and, keep blaming yourself and go down a whole negative spiral of just feeling bad about yourself. That's not what I mean. What I'm trying to tell you here is the moment you take responsibility, like you find a fault in yourself and then you take responsibility, then you know that there is something about the situation that is within your control. Okay, so basically you're just taking back your control. Okay, because we can choose, we can't control situations or circumstances or other people around us, but we can control how we decide to react and how we show up and how we sort of act in those situations, right? So if you didn't, well, then that's your fault. So there you go. You have responsibility there, and the moment you take responsibility, you're taking back your power. And okay, so there's this nice saying that I think Stan Lee had said, like, you know, in Spider-Man, I think it's Spider-Man. Anyway, Avengers, is it? I'm sorry, I'm not good with these. But he says, with great power comes great responsibility. Now, I've heard people saying, I think it was Jim Quick, the other way of this is also true. So with great responsibility comes great power. And that's true. The moment you take responsibility, you're taking back your power over the situation, right? And then you change your victim mindset into a winner's mindset and choose to show up differently, to react differently, and just get the best of whatever your situation is. Okay, so for those of you who find yourself in victim mindset modes like now, I'm not calling anyone out, because I know that, I mean, everybody finds themselves in this victim mindset modes. I find myself in the victim mindset sometimes. And what I do then is I just try to, I spot myself, I catch myself, and I'm like, hey girl, you're in a victim mindset. You should switch into a winner's mindset. And I try to find something that I could take responsibility about, and I try to sort of react and show up differently and change the situation for myself. So I know, again, it's easy to say, it's a little bit more tougher to do. It takes a bit of thinking. So hope you guys use this and try to change whenever you catch yourselves in a victim mindset, and switch into a winner's mindset and react and show up differently, because that is going to help you a lot. So guys, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you haven't yet, please do subscribe to my channel, because it is cool to subscribe to my channel. Just kidding. But anyway, subscribe. And that's it for today. So bye, and as usual, hope you have an amazing day. Bye.